That hustle hard on the job, you can see that. All my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in.
Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Wide, get wide. Hey, Sunday.
To throw, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Going on the ground with Homer. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the Broncos' 44-yard line.
Yellow. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Let's go, baby.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
I got you, boy. Hey, 15. Hard check, 33.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Complete to Sammy Watkins. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 17-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Steven Nelson on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. This is Homer. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
You must be dreaming. Check 26. 10.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Hey, Alpha. Ready?
Following the fumble recovery, it's locked. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the 2nd level, and now you've got a big place to run the football.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
61, matchbox, light. Shoot, watch the shoot. Snap.
McKinnon. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st.
Recon, 152 final.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You go X3, 218, chop.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
General West. He's checking. Crash. Bravo. Big grip.
On first down, Locke toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd down, McKinnon. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Hey, orbit. Get it.
To throw on 3rd down. Locke. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Homer, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they
don't know about
toe-bashed it.
Super toe.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Switch gears, switch gears. We need 2 jet bombers, we need 2 jet bombers. Ready?
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Denver has the 1st down, the play going for 15 yards.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Here's Locke to throw. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You ready? Check out.
Now a give, this is McKinnon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Hey, Haywood!
On 3rd down, Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far,
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now here's Mahomes. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And taken right at the 35. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked to his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion. to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Lock to throw on 2nd down. That one into the hands of Hamilton. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Handoff, it's McKinnon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. He may try and run, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Drew Lock, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Yellow. 33. Delta.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
64.
From midfield, here's Locke. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. And even 40 yards. So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll run on first down. McKinnon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On second down now. McKinnon, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerick McKinnon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there got to be casualties at times, we're trying to win a game.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Now on second and 13, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
A game of 2 makes it third and 11.
Race don't travel. Race don't travel. Exit.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Completes it to Hardman. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
25, check 25.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So after the run by McKinnon, here's first and 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, wahoo!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Mike, 44. Pick it up, guys, pick it up. Under crush.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Lead grip.
On first down, Logan. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Protein spill. Shoot.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there. First down.
Quit talking about it.
Them blue jaw corkers. Check 49. Check 49. Get it.
Locke now on first down. Open man here is Hamilton. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. A gain of 6 there on first. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by McManus is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready up.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Trickstone, travel.
Mike's 50, Mike.
Hey, box trot. Ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Oh, and now some space to operate. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Topper!
Your track!
Hey, Echo!
Locke taking the snap at 1. He's got this complete to Hamilton. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They run it with McKinnon. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
35-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 8, read.
I think you got it, son. Showing it.
61, matchbox light. Hey! Let's go.
Now on 2nd and 16. Locke. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And this is going to be incomplete. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. Wind at his back now in this third quarter. And McManus able to put it through. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Mahomes to throw once more. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Lock now. 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Slam.
X3, 218, chopper.
Lock now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Slam. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Check.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, dude. Hurry. Get it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He sets to fire deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. This quick pass complete to Sutton. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Tight as Ringo. Tight as on the ring.
Mahomes going to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
And an alley to run. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
15 line.
Rip left.
Let's go.
Block off of play action. He completes this to Sutton. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check there.
Hey, Alpha.
44, Mike, 44.
Snap.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Mike's Bobo. Hey, come on, Let's go.
On 1st down, Locke. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens. And that'll be marked down as their 1st sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the 1st half. But now they've gotten their 1st sack here in the 2nd half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
And he'll go down at the 28.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
He's checking crap.
Bravo.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Sponge.
Topper.
From the gun, it's Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line.
Here we go. 8 reads. Pilot, 64, weak.
Every day, any day. Alert 3.
Deep grip.
On 1st down, Locke. This is caught, and he'll be out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception, but not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Mike's 50.
Let's go, D. Let's go. 61, matchbox lights.
Pick it up. Under 10. 10. Check.
Get it.
Now this time Locke will throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Locke now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Deshaun Hamilton, his 1st touchdown of the new season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like that.
And a big one across here as he's taken down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack on first down, Mahomes. And that's caught inside the 30. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 62 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this with both of these guys running the ball well?
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like him. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Von Miller in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Let him know. 57.
Mahomes now to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Check Mike 33. Check.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Travis Homer, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go. Set, ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Interception all day, baby. Let's get this. Ready. Tookie's the mark. Check.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus's point after is good. And the lead will swell by one more. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They still can't get him. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Yellow.
Mike check 33. John Echo. Hey, check Mike.
Let's get it.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on fourth down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Let's go. 90 Wolf.
It's been a long day for you.
Snap.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Come on, set. 60 or.
And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
A loss of a yard brings up fourth down.
Set. 18 Gator.
What's the curl?
And on fourth down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after
Attack.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. Flushed out right. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Ready. 50, plant.
It's a party now.
The defense can stop it twice more as